Hi, Cancer guys. This is your I Ching Book of Changes relationship spread for February 2017. This spread is just meant to give you a little insight into some of the influences happening right now in your relationship. These are the first two cards, and they're just meant to give you a pictorial account of kind of the grounding of this relationship. And it's also going to tell you a little bit about what could be undermining security. So this card could be saying there are things that you need to adopt within this card that might make the relationship a little bit more grounded, or something that was the initial foundation. And these cards are just meant to give you a little bit more insight into some influences. So the first hexagram that we have chosen, or that has been picked randomly for you, is grace. And this card is telling you that through ancient cultures, there was always a link between the Creator and mankind. But today, we look at some people and we call them stars, okay, celebrities. And what we're really worshiping is that celebrity status. However, this card is reminding us that being a true star is really about being well inside yourself and having an attitude that says, I feel really good with myself. And in that way, everyone has the potential to be a star, okay? Regardless of the way they look, or where their social standing is, or their abilities, or what you wear. And instead of kind of looking at what the outside world has created and defined as stardom, it's really important to see that there is beautiful characteristics within each of us that are not contrived or mass-produced, that can still be seen as star-like. So that comes from living really a balanced life. So this card is just asking you for grace in all your daily activities. It's also saying that perception and our perception of beauty can be seen in many different ways as well. So beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Also, for most beautiful things, they can seem like they were not going to last forever, and indeed they don't last forever. So sometimes we need to recreate that what used to be considered as beautiful, and see that even though it might seem lost, you can really see beauty in everything and anything. So looking at beauty as well in nature might give you another idea to see beauty within the relationship. And in nature, the real beauty is love. So some natural processes in the world are not beautiful. Animals eat animals. It's not always pictorial beauty, but love really is beautiful. So remembering that is really important, that your love is a form of grace in this relationship. So your partner, Cancer males, has 61 as their first hexagram. And this position again is just the security, or what could be undermining security. So it's inner truth. And this is a beautiful picture of a meditating person who has found some sense of nirvana. And inner truth is really, how do you find inner truth in this day and age? It's really coming from inside of each of us. And I'm getting that your partner is pretty good at having inner truth, or has found a certain inner truth. And that has come through intuition and seeing those problems that come up in life as achievable, as ability to be overcome. So this card is saying that your partner doesn't necessarily need or approval or support in finding their own inner truth. They can find it on their own. And remembering that you also have your own inner truth as well. Cancer guys might help the situation. Not that the situation needs help, it's just generally the pictorial and the metaphors that are coming up within the situation this month. So, states of mind can change, and when they do, it's not necessarily that inner truth. What this inner truth is suggesting is that there is something that's unchanging and eternal and does not age. Heaven and hell are both just seeds in the mind. This card is also saying that if your partner needs to find some more inner truth to find balance within the relationship, remembering that the ego is not going to help you get there. So the ego is just going to lead you away from the spiritual kind of path of finding this month. And it's not just a this month kind of card, it's a lifetime thing. So remembering that we are all one, and that is a truth, and each of us has our own inner truth that will remain despite what it seems that we don't know. And knowing that can be very freeing. Also, the attitude plays a really important role in this. And if there's any kind of doubt occurring, doubts within the relationship, or you're doubting your Cancer guy partner, then that's really saying that that's not truth. And you've kind of missed the point of this card. So don't doubt yourself, because that's getting in the way. That can get in the way this month. Remember your inner truth. So these next cards depict the emotional climate, and they really focus on the dynamic that will support your harmony going forward. Each partner, of course, in a relationship sometimes has to face a little bit more responsibility for situations, and this card can just show you where maybe there is some vulnerability or something that's getting in the way of that. So it's just focus on this card, and as you meditate on the image, just see what comes up as I talk to you about it. So 35 is the hexagram we have for you, Cancer guys, and it's progress. So are you making progress? Are you really wanting to make progress this month? You have totally all the ability within you to do that. And it's saying that circumstances are really going to be coming forth for you right now. Just like the light of day, it's just really going to be revealing and exposing a lot of the attitudes and actions we have in our life, and it's going to lead to a greater maturity. You're going to notice that your life has just been progressing naturally, and you seem to be pretty happy about it. And also, if you're not, it's saying to be happy about it. So being happy is the key here with your progress. You have made a lot of progress. And also sometimes the ego really wants to take credit for it, or really wants to be recognized for that. And just because you get recognized doesn't mean you need to stop taking part in those actions that were bringing you the progress. So remembering that you still need to work, and just stay low key and not become too self-involved. So yes, you're making progress. Okay. Let it sharpen your attention to your own inner abilities, and don't let it don't rest on your laurels because of your progress. Naturally, this is overall a very positive card, and just keeping your feet, keeping grounded even though you are in the limelight, and remembering to share this limelight as well. And just remember that the journey is life and it's not the end here, okay? So your partner has hexagram 47, and 47 is oppression, and it might seem that there is a little bit of oppression happening. But let's look at this card and see what it's really telling us. So this is a person who is surrounded by dark shadows. And even though those shadows can seem annoying, I don't know if you can hear all the birds outside right now, but they're dark and they're foreboding. And inside there is a light. She's just focusing on the light. This card is telling the partner of Cancer this month to cut out all the sounds that are coming from outside that might be worrisome or foreboding or oppressing you, and just realize that this is kind of leaping you and you're going to enter into the light that you're creating for yourself, and that you have totally within your capacity right here. So by just kind of remembering that yin and yang symbol where the white comes from the dark and the dark is a seed and kernel within the light, remembering that if you're feeling like in your sort of a dark time right now, that you possess that kernel of white seed of light, and your partner can help you there as well. So don't be afraid to reach out for help. And also, Cancer, just find out ways where there might be ways that you can help your partner out this month is kind of coming up. This card can lead to some wisdom as well. So I'm getting that this is a pretty important card for the both of you. All right, these are the final cards before the insight card, which is just meant to tie everything together. These are the cards that are really your longings and fears towards one another. They represent kind of the attitude that you're taking. These cards can also tell you give you pointers on how to break through in your thinking so that you have a new perspective about things. And looking at the cards and meditating on them can help you both shift into this new perspective of the relationship, which is always, which can be a welcoming thing. So the first one for Cancer, guys, I have is hexagram 5. And hexagram 5 is waiting. This is a pregnant woman who is she's not giving birth quite yet. She's waiting for the perfect moment. And really, she's not in control about the perfect moment. Just like sometimes we're not in control over the timing of things, this card is just a reminder to wait for the perfect moment and not to rush things. Because if you rush things, it's not going to help you. If you're trying to rush things within the relationship, that's also not going to work. So just realizing that nature has a natural course and that life is not, it's not against you and you're a pawn, so to speak, in this situation might really help you. As well, this is a card telling you to keep everything positive and healthy. Just like if you were holding that little child, that baby inside of you, you need to remember you need to keep your body healthy and your environment healthy, and that's going to go a long way for when the right moment actually happens. So just remember the little things and the little moments all add up. And obstacles you have right now, if you fight against them, you're just kind of fighting against the net kind of thing, and you're getting more entangled. And when it finally happens, you're going to be really ready for it. So that's that card for you. And now let's see, the partner's card is hexagram 30, which is the clinging. And the clinging is an interesting card. Take a closer look. It's a beautiful card. The message here is it's a fire card. So when we think about fire, and if we also think about in terms of the dual philosophy of the I Ching, what can fire do? Fire can enlighten us and bring us warmth and clarity, and it's incredibly beautiful to look at and can bring families together, and it can cook your food and so much. But it can also destroy. So it's really important to remember that if there's a lot of passion, sometimes it can be experienced as cool. And if you're feeling like Cancer, you have a kind of cool reception by your partner, realize that the passion is still there, just sometimes you don't feel it. Also, this card can indicate that there is a fiery temperament that can be childish, and it's telling you that there's a lot of patience that is required sometimes. As well, this card is saying that it's not wrong to be fascinated. If you see fireworks, the natural course generally is to stop and look at them, or if you want to watch a fire, or you're passionate about something, to go for it. So it's also saying, Cancer partner, you need to admit to your other passions as well as this passion of the relationship, and don't be afraid of them. Feel them. The ultimate message of this card is to take things in stride and realizing that fire can revitalize, and our passions can revitalize us. And they can both be used for the both of you, you know? So this card speaks to both of you. This is the final card here. It's known as your insight card, and it's just meant to tie everything together, and basically kind of reflect on the qualities that you both can possess together and what's going to be happening as you move forward. So this is the Cauldron card. It's hexagram 50. Hexagram 50 is all about bringing forth things. So are you two artists working together? Are you bringing forth some sort of project in your home? This is a good card for that, because it's saying that you're going to be really, the moment is really ready for your contribution. So as life continues to show what is coming up, it's just saying that take that step, because things are pretty much fully cooked, and it's really kind of time to go to the next step, either together or in your day-to-day dealings with everyone. This card doesn't have time for fake or superficiality. It's really asking for clarity, and it wants to move away from ignorance. So it's really calling out the fact that you're both participants in everything, and you both need to appreciate the unique individual qualities that you have together, and that together your life can become really your art. So don't turn back from the course, so to speak. All right, so this was your final reading for, that was your final card rather, sorry. There's going to be another reading in March, so if you're looking for a private reading, email me on the email address below. Please subscribe and please share, and really looking forward to reading your relationship spread next month. Thanks a lot.